Welcome back. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about the solution of chapter number 5, that is Understanding Data of Information Practice Grade 11. All the questions are taken from the NCERT textbook and this is part number 1 of this particular chapter solution. Namaste student, this is Sanjay and welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech Tip Now. चलिए सीखते हैं और सीखने के साथ साथ समझते भी हैं. But before that, I would like to request you that please subscribe my channel if you are visiting for the first time, and if you really like this video then please don't forget to like and share it as well. So let's move to the question number 1 now. Identify data required to be maintained to perform the following services. It is saying that कि हमें ये जो different services दी हुई हैं इनके लिए हमें किस टाइप के डेटा और की जरूरतें पड़ेगी, that we have to identify basically. Now the question number 1 is saying that declare exam results and print e-certificates. In the sense, just like you get mark sheets, तो आप देखते हैं वहाँ पर आपका सबसे पहले तो roll number चाहिए होता है, then obviously your name. Sometime we also see that date of birth, but I mean we can ignore it because the question is all about exam result and certificate. Then the most important is all about marks in all the subjects that you can take, like Hindi, English, Maths and all that. And then finally you get the total marks and then definitely your grade. These are the most important part. And obviously with these all details we need father name and mother name. So you can include all these data to print or to get the exam results and then obviously to print the e-certificates. Now the question number 2 is saying that register participants in an exhibition and issue biometric cards. Now say for example आपने obviously experience किया होगा कि जब भी आप किसी exhibition या किसी इस तरह के common community centers में जाते हैं तो वहाँ पर basically जब भी आपको कोई ID कार्ड बनवानी होती है, इनफैक्ट जब आप स्कूल में भी biometric ID कार्ड्स यूज़ करते हैं तो first of all the most important is your name, then obviously your address, and the third one is your contact number, you can say your mobile number. So these are the three most important part, and after that sometimes ID can be asked, so you can say ID type, you can say कि किस type की ID, because some can have Aadhaar card or some can have say voter ID card like this. So obviously ID type, then ID number. So these are the two most important things, and obviously needed then we can also include photo and your sign, but you can ignore this sign. Photo can be enough for that. So these are the most commonly used data to register participants in an exhibition and issue biometric ID cards. The next one is saying that to search for an image by a search engine. Now see, you can go to Google Chrome and then you can check there the image tab, so you can get all the details, like first of all obviously we need the name of image. Sometime we can call it keyword, or you can say the name, and then obviously the size of image you can set, like वो high definition तो नहीं है इस तरह से. And similarly the color sometime we can also take. So these are the three most important, and one more you can include, that is uses right. So जैसा मैंने आपको बोला, आप Google Chrome में जाके इसे एक बार जरूर चेक करेंगे. Uses right is basically कहीं जिस इमेज को आप यूज कर रहे हैं वो कहीं किसी का कॉपीराइट तो नहीं है, whether it is free to use or not. So these can be the data to search for an image by a search engine. Next question is saying that to book an OPD appointments with a hospital in a specific department, it is saying. Now see, so when you go to hospital, then obviously सबसे पहला जो पार्ट हमारा होता है, that is your appointment number, then your patient name you can say. So I am taking it to patient name, then the address can be asked, and obviously your mobile number. These are the three basics, and then the name of doctor to whom you want to consult. Obviously the department should be there, and the name of problem you can say. So you can say it should be disease. I am not getting the perfect word for that, but you can take it like problem क्या है. So these can be the data for this one. So this is the solution of question number 1. A school having 500 students wants to identify beneficiaries of the merit cum means scholarship achieving more than 75% for 2 consecutive years and having family income less than 5 lakhs per annum. So we have to briefly describe data processing steps to taken by the beneficiary prepare the list of school. Now in this question what exactly we have to do is prepare a list of beneficiaries. Now the criterias are already given here, like the percentage should be more than 75 for 2 consecutive years and the family income less than 5 lakhs. Now the thing is कि whenever we solve data processing steps, we all know that there are 3 basic categories we can take. First of all, second is your process, and the third is your output. You can also take it to problem. So problem is already given, so you can write here it, and the next input, what are the inputs or what are the data to be collected. So obviously as it is saying that marks detail should be there and family detail should be there, so we can simply say roll number or admission, then we can take name, then F name, then M name, and obviously the address, then the contact number we can take. So these are the contact, then the grade, or you can say class first of all, then the year and जिस क्लास में है या उसके प्रीवियस क्लास, बिकॉज इट इज ऑलरेडी आस्किंग अबाउट द 2 कंसेक्यूटिव ईयर्स, सो उसकी पूरी डिटेल्स हमें चाहिए, कौन सी क्लास में कौन सी ईयर में उसके कितने मार्क्स थे. सो आई एम टेकिंग इट टू टोटल एंड देन इट्स ग्रेड and then family income like this. So these are the some data we need to collect, and then after जब ये process की हम बात करेंगे तो we can simply write here, first of all we will compare percent, you can say more than 75%, it is actually compare for 2 consecutive years, and family income I am taking it to F income. You can write in detail family income, and it should be less than your 5 lakhs. And if it is satisfied, you can write here if satisfied, then add student in beneficiary list. So this can be the process for this particular question, and the output in the sense list of beneficiaries. So this is how we can understand कि first of all आपको इस तरह के कोई भी questions आए तो वहां पर आपको obviously 3 steps लेने हैं. इनपुट सेपरेट करना है, प्रोसेस करना है एंड आउटपुट करना है. इनपुट में you need to collect data. Once the data is collected, then you start processing it, and जब आप उसको प्रोसेस करते हैं then you can analyze, or you can say the output. So let's move to the next question now. Now here it is quite similar to the previous one. A bank XYZ wants to know about its popularity among the resident of a city ABC on the basis of number of bank accounts each family has and the average monthly account balance of each person. Briefly describe the steps to be taken for collecting data and what result can be checked through processing of the collected data. So obviously एक बैंक है जिसे अपनी एनालिसिस करवानी है कि उसकी पॉपुलैरिटी कितनी है, और इसके लिए जो क्राइटेरिया इसने डाले हुए हैं वो ये है कि total number of bank accounts each family has and the average, you can say, monthly account balance of each person. So these are the 2 criteria. So as I said, we should take input, then the process, and obviously our output, and the data should be collected are, you can say, obviously first of all because it is talking about the family, so we can have family ID, then total members we can say, then obviously we'll calculate total number of accounts because it is talking about ki in a particular family how many members are there and how many accounts they have. So total accounts I am taking, so I can say total accounts. You can write it in detail, ACC, or means the full spelling. And then we will also have, because we are talking about the account, so obviously we need to keep the account details of individual members. So it means that हम करेंगे यहाँ पे account number, then the account name, then the balance. Now the question is, and you can also mention date and you can say the month because it is talking about the month. So these are the 4 things. Now I want to tell you that one thing, actually ये जितनी भी डिटेल्स हमने ली हैं ये सेपरेटली हम मेंटेन करेंगे, अलग अलग टेबल्स वी कैन से. नाउ बेसिस ऑन दिस हम इनका जो टोटल सम होगा अकॉर्डिंग टू फैमिली आईडी ये भी हम यहाँ पे मेंटेन करेंगे. उसकी बेसिस पे यहाँ पे हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे एवरेज बैलेंस. सो दीज आर दी डेटा एंड देन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट जब हम प्रोसेसिंग की बात करते हैं, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो जैसे मैंने आपसे बोला, वी विल स्टार्ट काउंट एंड कंपेयर obviously total family members, means all around the city. I mean, because city is already given like XYZ, so I am not including that here, but we are assuming that it is talking about an individual city which is already there. So अगर आपको confusion है तो आप city भी ले सकते हैं. So हमारी एक city में total family members कितने हैं वो हम count करेंगे, एंड एट द सेम टाइम हम टोटल नंबर ऑफ अकाउंट्स को कैलकुलेट करेंगे, मीन्स काउंट करेंगे. सो आई एम राइटिंग लाइक टोटल नंबर ऑफ अकाउंट्स एंड देन वी विल कंपेयर देम, एज आई सेड काउंट एंड कंपेयर, एंड वी विल जनरेट अकॉर्डिंग टू परसेंटेज ऑफ अकाउंट्स, right? Because mostly we analyze the popularity in terms of percentage. That's why I am saying that we'll generate percentage of account opened, and obviously at the same time we will also calculate monthly balance, average monthly balance it should be. So I will write average monthly balance, and on the basis of this जो हमारा final output होगा, it will produce the average balance of each member, and at the same time popularity in percentage, right? So this is how we can get the answer of this particular question. Let's move to the next question now. Now here in this question it is saying that identify type of data being collected generated in the following scenarios. Now we know that जब हम raw level पे जब data के types की बात करते हैं in general, तो we have two types of data. One is your structured and you can say the second one is your unstructured. Now for example, we all know that when you maintain say marks of a student in table like roll number, name, Hindi, English, Math, Physics and Chemistry, so that is basically your structured data. And unstructured you can say, for example, like you get the information from the newspaper where all the information like text, images, all the things are collected together. So that is basically what unstructured information, or you can say data. So according to this, when we talk about recording a video, it's all about unstructured. And when we say marking attendance by a teacher, so it can be managed in form of tables, so we can say it is always structured. And when we say writing tweets, so as I said, like collection of text, symbols, icons, etc., so we can say it is again unstructured. And similarly when we talk about filling an application form online, so it is always structured, because we cannot maintain data of the candidates in unstructured manner, so it is always structured. So this is how we can get the answer of this particular question. So let's move to the next question now. Now here it is saying that consider the temperature in Celsius of 7 days of a week, and the data is here. There are 7 temperatures, and identify the appropriate statistical technique to be used to calculate the followings. Now it is saying that we have these 7 days temperature details, and in तीनों में से among these three which could be the best way to analyze temperature? So according to me, because you can see यहाँ पर ये 7 जो temperature records हैं, all are quite similar. There is not a big difference between them. So according to me, find the average temperature would be the correct answer, or you can say the most appropriate statistical technique. जहाँ तक बात है range की, तो जब आपकी values में बहुत ज़्यादा difference होता है, like it was say 90 डिग्री, और अगर ये होता कहीं पे से 30, ऑब्वियसली 90 डिग्री तो हो नहीं सकता, बिकॉज ये फिर हाइपोथेटिकल बात हो जाएगी. बट से इफ इट इज 50 डिग्री और आप अगर 16 डिग्री लेते, देन ये जो मेजर डिफरेंस होता, तब फिर हम वहाँ पे रेंज की बात करते. और जहाँ तक डेविएशंस की बात है, तो यहाँ पर डेविएशन का कोई सेंस ही नहीं बनता, बिकॉज हम यहाँ पे बहुत सारे डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ वैल्यूज को मैनेज नहीं कर रहे हैं. लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नाउ. A school teacher wants to analyze result, identify the appropriate statistical technique to be used along with its justification for the following cases. The first question is, a teacher wants to compare performance in terms of division secured by student in class 12A and class 12B, where each class strength is same. Now here actually we want to compare two groups, one is 12A and the second is your 12B. So I can write it to 12A and this is your 12B. So what we will try, because there are say 40 students, so we'll try to find the average of, you can say, all the students in terms of their marks, and we can also say that we will try to find the median. So same can be with your 12B. So here also we will write average and median, and ये जो median निकलेगा, on the basis of that we will try to find the performance. So according to me, finding median is the best answer, or we can say the best way to analyze. The next question is, teacher has conducted 5-unit test for that class in month July to November and wants to compare the class performance in these 5 months. In this question we can take the help of that standard deviations, because it is saying that we have group of 40 students, say for example, and we have 5-unit test, and obviously for July to November months, so it can be obviously 5 months. So what we will try to find out that we'll try to find the average, then we will try to compare the performance of each student with that average marks, and उसकी basis पे जो deviation हमें मिलेगा, उसके आधार पे हमें एक appropriate comparison of class performance हमको मिल सकेगा. So this is how we can get the answer of this particular question. I think I should stop my video here only, just keeping the length of it in our mind, and other question I will discuss in the very next video session. And till then, keep practicing, keep learning, and take care of yourself, and thank you for watching this video.